got it right this time.
Dirty Sunday podcast. Take 2. Okay. Your podcast.
It's on take 2 part.
Yeah, he messed up the intro earlier by getting our name wrong. Moving on.
Yes. So I am Ricardo. That's George, Jared, Sam, Evan. We are the hostess with the mostest. I know we're not hosts.
Hostests with the mostest.
We're the hosts.
We're all hosts
with the most.
But who's the best?
Suck the hostess, man.
So
we're
actually gonna be talking about some real serious shit, guys. Like real fucking serious.
I support it.
Right.
This never happened.
So what were the
I was
topics?
just so nervous.
What were the topics we wanted
I
to
believe
discuss
it was
today?
religion and social
So
media.
let's talk about religion first, because that's nice and spicy. Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how many listeners we can lose.
Do you believe in God, Ricardo?
Do I believe in God? Okay, so first of all, the word God is a man-made construct, man. It's not like
Deity.
it's like, do you believe in? Okay, deity.
Every word is a man-made construct.
Okay, I guess the idea. I don't know.
Language itself.
The idea of itself, yeah. Whatever.
Right there, you're doing a conformist.
Words, speaking, communicating.
Words are people too, man.
Oh man, I don't want to start. This topic. This is a very touchy subject. I'm just kidding. Well, I'll start. I guess I'll start. What do I believe in? Okay, well,
Nothing.
okay. All right, so I believe that quote unquote God is the universe itself. So when people say God, it's like, oh, well, like I say, you know, the universe. That's the energy, life, everything that is and isn't. So when we have, you know, energy can't be created nor destroyed, only changed, and what else?
Atomically exploded.
But I think as far as like God and the universe goes, or the universe, everything within it and everything that isn't it, I guess, is like a part of it. But then I feel that there's also different levels.
So, okay, let me follow with you.
Tell me.
So far, we've covered that everything within the universe is in it. Yep, makes sense.
and
then what's out of
Things
it?
exist.
Right.
Wait, I have a question.
Let's go.
Universe or multiverse?
Everything, like everything.
Yeah, if there's
What is
multiverses,
that
are there
fucking
multiple
jelly?
gods?
What?
Well, according to Dragon Ball Z Super.
Reference any documents you've got, it's fine.
Or look,
If there's multiple universes, are there multiple gods
I think
of their own universe?
I think everything, because like okay, to say there's multi-universes, that means there has to be 1 and 2, but there has to be something outside of that as well. Which to me, everything outside and inside of it, everything that is and isn't is quote unquote God.
I'm following none of this.
Wait,
I feel
the
like
multiverse, like the fucking Jet Li movie or some shit, where he would go into other multiverses and murder himself, and then he would gain their power.
Yeah.
I like to think of it
Okay,
as like in the Men in Black 3. I think they portrayed it pretty well. How like all the universes are kind of like happening at the same time. Always, you know, like time is like it's everything is always happening. All the multiverses at the same time, and just some people can see it. Those people, maybe God, or that person, God, or something like that.
God's no history.
God.
So you like
Zilla.
Right?
Oh shit.
Dang.
So okay, well Evan, what do you believe in God? Quote unquote God.
I mean, it's kind of similar to what you believe in as far as like everything that is and isn't, I guess, could be called God. I mean, that's pretty much the word that we use for like an entity or a deity, but like
Deity.
deity.
I know
Dieting.
Dieting.
Do you
Dieting,
believe in
Evan.
hell?
Evan, dieting.
I've been doing that, okay? You don't have to remind me every 5 seconds. No, I don't really believe in a hell, but I don't
230
know if I believe in heaven
calories. My
either.
God.
I only can see, like, to know what's in front of me. Like, I have to just pretty much take everything at, like, at face value. Whatever science has been able to prove, I just have to, like, if there's data to back that up, I just have to choose to believe that. But as far as, like, spirituality goes, it's good for some, not so good for others, and religion itself has helped out a lot of people, but it's also turned people mad. So,
It's also started wars.
yeah,
Religion has
shall
not
take
started
Jerusalem.
wars. People have started wars over religion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like you can't blame the item Because I'm against always blaming an inanimate object for something, or a principle, or a belief, or a
Or an
thought.
idea, right.
But it's the people that go to like, extreme levels that ruin it for everyone. Like those are the ones that really cause the problems.
Absolutely.
So are humans ready? Okay, Jared, your turn.
I mean,
Are humans ready, Jared?
You're ready for Jared.
I don't know. If I figure just live your life good, and if there is a God and you're a good person, then
Right.
then you live the good life.
Then
If
you're
not,
good,
then you live on as a good person in the memories of your friends and family and everything, and then you just die. If not, if anything, then you were a good person and you receive your reward if there is a God. And everything like that. If not, then you just helped people out throughout your life and everything. And then if you're just an asshole, then you go to hell if there is a hell. If not, you just rot in the ground and then you return to the earth. So
I do want
I
to.
don't know.
I do kind of want to go back to what George mentioned about like people not like people starting the wars over religion, not so much religion starting the wars. There is certain texts I think in most like whether you're a Christian, Islamic, Hebrew, doesn't matter. Like there is like certain texts that is pretty outdated that you can see like those kind of like certain practices can't be done in the modern world today. I think people did, there were times where people actually did fight for those. So I just kind of just figured I needed to add that in. But like,
Hey, producer Patty, look up how long were the Dark Ages? Out of curiosity.
I can imagine probably a few hundred years.
Like
probably.
My
maybe.
thought is, were they like 100 years, the Dark Ages, or a little more? Like
More, but-
like the Crusades and all that. So let's
But the Crusades themselves, I think, was 200 years.
we shall take Jerusalem.
But yeah, like where science was really frowned upon, and you're a witch, none of this,
That's science was frowned upon. Nah, you have demons in your blood. We gotta get rid of that.
have to bleed you. Yeah, so it's like really there was no technological advancement almost during that time.
Like
period.
how could they convince like a whole era that science is like witchcraft and
Well, they didn't know any better.
No, right.
no, I guess it in hindsight because we're just more advanced and we know.
Whatever
But like it's
I
just
guess you can
the
call
thing about-
propaganda at that time, probably also.
Yeah,
I mean, how?
Yeah.
From 500 AD to 1500 AD.
1,000
Jeez.
years.
So 1,000 years.
One.
That's 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, 1,000. So imagine
Jesus
if that,
Christ, Jesus Christ, come on.
So imagine if that
Jesus
never
H.
happened.
Christ. What's the
Imagine-
H for?
Like imagine if that never happened. We'd be 1,000 years more advanced.
Well, think of it this way also, like I think us as like a race have always like gone through like cycles like where we have like this golden age and like a renaissance that we have more of like a higher minded like idea as a society, but then eventually like something maybe whatever government's controlling at the time or whatever religion is controlling everything at the time,
King. Or both.
king, a pope, what have you, they probably have like changed people's ways of thinking, and then like things started falling, and then things started getting more erratic, and more wars are gonna call
Because
it.
then there's the rebellion or whatever, and then there's wars.
Well, you have-
because there's two sides. We're divided now.
I mean, the way I think about it honestly is like when you have power, you want people to remain ignorant because you want to hang on to that power. You don't want people to know the truth because, as everyone always knows, and the expression that's always said, knowledge is power. When people know is when people start to realize, okay, this situation I'm in sucks. This isn't good. When people don't know anything, they're like, this situation could be worse. I guess I'm fine the way I am. Which is exactly why people in like Cuba think their healthcare is better than here. They don't know any better.
It's free.
They don't know any better. They're like, oh yeah, sure, our healthcare is great. We're all satisfied. Oh, so they're better. They're more highly satisfied with it than we are here in America. But that's because they don't know any better.
They don't know it can be better.
Yeah, they don't.
It's really good to them because considering like their shitty state, but
I mean,
like how much better can it be?
It's not.
Without communism.
it's not better. It's horrible over there. But that's just a side point. Like what I mean is like people don't know better, so they just think it is. It's like that situation where like if you don't know, you're fine.
The turn to the sitter can do. Oh yes, let's get this sitter out of the way.
You like spin it around and then the other side still has the name on it.
So yeah, I mean that's all I mean. Like so, maybe the Dark Ages people were just trying to stay in power by keeping people ignorant. Like they don't want technological advancements. We don't want people to be smarter than the people in charge.
Yeah, that would change everything for them then.
At the same time, people are scared of new things, especially when it's like, locomotive train. It's just like this giant contraption is gonna like move me thousands of miles away from my home.
Yeah,
Like,
people don't like change.
They-
They're
right.
really hesitant
Side
against
question.
change.
Right.
Do you believe that absolute power
Rules absolutely. Rules absolutely.
corrupts absolutely?
Corrupts, absolutely.
That
Yeah.
absolute power corrupts absolutely?
That's what
Absolutely.
they. That's what they
Everyone
say. But I need to think
with
about
absolute
it.
power always gets corrupted by that power.
I think a person that if someone actually is able to get absolute power, it's on that person to like be willing to check themselves, because like you have to be, because I think most people do like strive for that absolute power are pretty egotistical already. So as soon as they get into that power, they pretty much just want to do the things they've always wanted to do.
What if it's safe? But I mean, I guess at a certain point, what you feel is best for everyone may not be what they think is best for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like you're being set up for failure because everyone has their own opinion, and no matter what you decide, even if
Yeah.
for most people it's good, there's gonna be a few people that they don't believe in that and they think it's the wrong choice or the wrong way.
And there
And
are
it's just there's no way of making everyone happy.
There really isn't, but there are instances where people have gained certain power, not necessarily absolute power, but like they've used it to like basically kind of they get it, but then they refuse to use it. Like, sorry, I didn't see that.
Read it.
Which means if God has absolute power, he is corrupted. Well, hold on, because you're holding God to the standard of humans, but that's
He's a
Can God check himself? I guess.
but
Before
that-
he wrecks himself.
but that's so okay. That brings an interesting point because people often have a perspective of God where it's like, oh, this is what God is. This is what God is. It's they have this idea of of this being X, Y, and Z, but that may not be the case at all. That's just what you've been told it is, or what you've come to believe it is. But it's not necessarily mean that it's true. I could be completely wrong in what I believe it is, but it's all subjective because at the end of the day, everyone, say in one church, could believe that God is, they could all be being told that it's one thing, but each individual has their own perspective of God based on their own morals, I think. But it's all like a point of view, and at the end of the day, the best way to live when it comes down to that kind of shit is what Jared was saying, is just do
The golden rule.
just do your best. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, there's no one has the right answer. No one knows the right answer. If you think that if someone's
Here's a question: if God is all-knowing and like omnipotent, is that the word omnipotent?
Maleficent.
I can't say it. I can't say it right. My mouth isn't working right.
Twist this.
Omnipotence.
Can God be able to like check itself? Basically, would they actually be able to think it can? Is God adaptable? I guess is that.
I mean,
the question.
Took a few times.
technically, I would say yes, because what has God made you do?
I think
No, that's what I mean. Honestly, that's my point. I can say he hasn't made me do anything.
How
I've
would you
made my
know?
own choices.
How would you know?
What if he's planting those choices?
now we're starting to get into now we're starting to get into free will. but now we're starting to. But now we're starting to get into like
Good puppet master who will make you believe that
Yeah,
you know
right.
what you do.
What happens if you can't fathom his presence or his input on anything? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But
So you've made
you
no
wouldn't-
decisions in your life. So therefore, if you've made no decisions in your life, how could you possibly be judged and go to either a heaven or a hell? If you've made no decisions, you.
I mean, no, heaven or hell are like a man-made construct.
Not necessarily. No, the Bible's pretty clear about.
And who made the Bible? Jesus Christ himself wrote them.
These 15.
These are my dad's words, okay?
Wait. So here's a question that I just want.
I think Jared.
Jared go first.
I read this cool thing. I've told you about it. Where when you die, you go into this thing and then you're speaking to another person that is apparently God. It's like, oh, okay, well, here, we're going to send you back down to Earth now. It's like, oh, and the guy's like, oh, so reincarnation, then these people were right. And it's like, oh, well, yes and no, but like, you're every single person on Earth. You're Hitler. You're the millions of Jews, millions of people that he's killed. You're every single person throughout the entire history, and Earth is just a cocoon and to make you grow into a god, to make you experience everything, the heights of life, the complete opposite lows of life, to make you just into a better person and things like that.
Oh man, so we lived every life so far.
Yeah, you
man,
live
so
every single life.
So I can take all the notes from what has happened in the past and become a better Hitler.
That was the thing. He was like, you forget everything when you go back. You forget everything. Your mind is white, but when you go back into it, to I guess their heaven or whatever, you start remembering everything, but you're not there enough.
Wait, so we're the same person?
Yeah, we're the same person. We're all the same person. We're all living different lives. We're all
socialist.
experiencing different things.
We've all slept with ourselves so much.
I'm fucking myself. It's basically incest then.
I sleep with myself every
There's a
night.
book that kind of like reminds.
Where are the animals? Where do the animals fall in?
They're
shit.
They're background characters.
NPCs, man. NPCs.
What's my next
quest, dog?
I fucking love that, like, there's like picture of like Noah's Ark where like you're seeing like all the animals like line up and like they're about to board the ark, and like you see like two
Male
like,
lions.
Yeah, and then
Two
they
male lions.
crack you up the heart.
Oh, it's so funny. It's like,
Don't assume.
good luck mating those two.
But you actually like kind of reminded me of like this book I read years ago. I think it was called
Siddhartha. No.
I read that book, but we read that in the same class.
That too.
I read that movie.
But it was like a psychology book. I think it was
subtitles,
called-
I read it.
I think it's called Many Masters, where just like this doctor was like doing hypnotherapy on this one patient, and this patient would like remember through hypnotherapy like just all the supposedly
Right.
all like the previous lives that patient lived, like starting from like early village days, like before the dark ages, before all that, and just with every life you're supposed to like supposedly learn like kind of something new to make yourself more complete, to eventually you get to that supposed God status where you don't need to keep coming back to Earth.
Nirvana. You
So,
learn all there is. You learn all the
Basically, you could.
lessons.
Your point would be more like similar to his, except for his, everyone is one, and then you're ascending to be a god.
Yeah,
Yours
like,
is
it
where
just-
everyone's trying to ascend. Everyone individually is trying to ascend to a higher plane with the experiences of
Pretty
their
much,
past
yeah.
lives.
And I don't know if this is supposedly true. It's just a book I read, but like I think it is something interesting to think about. Like if you maybe believe in reincarnation, and what would the purpose be of reincarnation?
There's only two choices. One is when you die,
God
that's
wants you
it.
to suffer.
No, one is when you die, you're gone. Or when you die, something happens, and then you'll figure that out when you die.
Or you might not. Maybe you just forget everything by the time that second thing happens. If that second thing is to approach it, if it's nothing, if it's not nothing, I guess.
So if there, why do so many people instinctively fear death? If
Because it's something out of their
so many
control.
people believe there's something after death.
It's something out of their control.
Because they
You
don't
won't-
know. It's the unknowing.
Yeah.
When you don't know something and you're going into it, you're never, most of the time, especially when it's death, you're not just like, cool, let's go.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
like another adventure band. It's just black. It's like,
You wouldn't even know. It's just nothing.
it's like, I bet he's having a great time.
Feels bad, man.
The adventures he must be having.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
Kind of crazy.
wait. Did you say if you believe in God or what your belief is, George?
My personal belief?
Yeah.
Honestly, my personal belief is a little more complicated and confusing even to myself.
Yes.
I don't fully
I guess that's good though, because like it's good to constantly question yourself. Because if you feel like you know everything,
I do know
Like,
everything.
I'll believe.
Just kidding.
Like I believe
You
that,
are
like,
God.
I believe nothing like completely solidified. Like I don't really have a true, honest belief. But like my opinion is like, okay, there might be a God. It's very possible that there is a being that is much more advanced than us, maybe at a higher level than us. Just like we're at a higher level than anything on the second dimension. There's a possible being who maybe he's on the fourth dimension. Maybe he's just higher than at a higher plane of existence than us. Maybe it's a race of beings,
Ultra-dimensional beings.
a race of beings that just like humans, another lifetime ago, they existed. And maybe they created us. Maybe they set the groundwork for humans to evolve or live.
The Anunnaki.
Maybe something did create us. Maybe we just happened completely at random. I don't know. I'll never know.
Yeah.
That's not my phone vibrating. I'll never know, most likely, until the day comes where I'm in the ground.
So you
And
do
I
something
either-
that comes out now. It's like a
Yeah, like
Laser.
I'll either be Like I'll either everything I believe in is either, or everything I don't believe in is either wrong, and I'll find out after I die, or everything I believe in might be, not everything I believe in, but some things might be right, where like maybe there is no God, maybe, and then I'll die, and then I'll just be dead. That's it. Like I won't know I'm dead. I'll just be dead. Death, like when I say death, I mean like not what people assume nothingness to be. What people assume nothingness is when you go to sleep, you close your eyes, then you wake up the next morning and you're like, I don't remember sleeping. I don't remember that time period. That was emptiness. And then you're thinking about it, man, is that what death is like? That emptiness? No, that's not what death is like. Death is like you never woke up. There is just that emptiness. You never think, you don't think. There's no you. You don't exist. There's just, that's it. That's all it is. People try to think about it. Oh, they're thinking about nothingness, and just by you thinking about it, that's not what it's like, because you're actively trying to think about it.
There's neurons firing
Yeah,
off, just like
it's just nothing. Yeah. So it's like basically, it's either that option, or when you die, you will meet this God, and then from then on, a whole new wave of questions will appear.
Yeah.
It's either going to be one of 1,000 other opinions of other people of like what it is, what's going to happen, what it is. Like, are you going to judge me? Like, and who are you to judge me? I mean,
where am I? What the fuck
right,
is this?
like who is this higher being honestly to judge you? Like, if he's a superior being and could have altered your actions but didn't, then he has no right to judge you.
Get off your surely high horse.
Yeah, then he didn't. If he has no right to alter your actions, then he has no right to judge you. If he didn't alter your actions, he has no right to judge you. Like, if I see someone about to hit another person, about to get into a fight with another person, and I do nothing to help, then I'm basically almost complicit in allowing that to happen. If I'm witnessing a crime and I'm witnessing someone about to get hurt, about to suffer, about to die, and I do nothing to help, I'm almost complicit in allowing it to happen. Like, I didn't do nothing to stop it. So it's like, I'm not as guilty as somebody who murdered somebody else, but if I could have attempted to stop it or tried to help, then I'm guilty in a small portion for not trying to have helped. So, like, you know.
So that's kind of fucked up, though. Somebody's like, you could be stopping me, but you're not.
You're weak. Which means if God has absolute... Oh, no, I'm sorry. What's a conscience?
What's a conscience, then? Yeah. Well, a conscience is a human construct. Like, it's just basically, in my opinion, it's like, oh, where's your conscience? Your conscience is your moral compass. Like, oh, this is okay, this is not okay. But that boundary, what is okay, what isn't okay, that's set by just society. That's set by what's around you. Like, here, you can't, you're not allowed to physically touch someone. I can swing my hand as hard as I want, but my right to swing that hand stops at someone else's space. I can't go past this.
I'm not hitting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Begrudgingly,
Exactly. Like, you can't, like, your right to swing your fist ends at somebody else's body. Like, you can't no longer do that. Though, so...
Newton's law.
Yeah, so that's...
They hit you back technically.
Every action is equal to a reaction. So like, in other beliefs, you have the right to hurt other people for either their beliefs or their actions or things like that. Mm-hmm. Hell, even in this belief, I think, even in Christian, in every religion, most likely there's a process of that. But
yeah, I think every
not what
religion pretty much like says the basic things that like you probably would see on like the 10 Commandments, like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not like.
For sure. Yeah,
thou shalt not steal.
15 commandments.
I truly believe that. I truly believe that people should just, like, everyone has the right to do what they want to do. Basically, like what America was founded on. You have the right to say whatever you want to say, regardless of if it's offensive to me or not. Mm-hmm. Your right to say something cannot be infringed because of my feelings.
Right.
Like, if I keep you from saying something because it would offend me, then I'm infringing on your rights. Your right to say something supersedes my right to get hurt, my feelings hurt. Fuck my feelings. You can say whatever you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you're not doing something that physically impacts somebody else's life. Right. If it emotionally impacts somebody else's life, toughen up, buttercup.
Now, the question is, let's say, like, if you have, let's say, a platform where you can say, like, anything that you want to say, and that eventually gives you that, like, you start maybe getting a following.
Oh, we're starting to move towards platforms now.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, we're eventually going to go into social media.
Yeah.
We're eventually going to go into social media about it, like, I guess maybe after the break or something, but, like...
We can start diving into it now. Why not? Social media, honestly, is a very dangerous tool
Yeah.
Because if you control the information, like we talked about in the beginning, if you control the information, you control the ignorant people. If you control the ignorant people and you start controlling the masses, then you control everything. Knowledge, again, is power.
Absolutely.
So, so to what Evan, because me and Evan talked about this earlier, like a month or whatever. I don't know, a while ago.
I forget when we
A
got
time
that.
ago.
No, but
One time ago.
Yeah, one time ago. Yeah.
There was a moment in time.
No, but how should social media? Because he said that I was saying that if social media should be held accountable for the content that they provide to the person. He's like, well, it's an algorithm. So like, so right, exactly. So that's they say they have an algorithm, but who's to say that? Okay, well, let's just put these things in there to kind of guide you in a certain direction.
They should
Well,
it's
I
not-
remember. Let me just interject for just a second, because like I do remember pointing out that like basically if you are a product of your environment. So if you're friends with a bunch of people that think a certain ideology, eventually you're going to see more, I guess maybe internet memes or what have you like that are pretty much agreeing with said ideology. Like everything, like, and I think that's the algorithm that I was talking about, where it's just like if it doesn't matter if you're a conservative or liberal, like if you have more friends or more family members that are there, they're going to keep sharing all this stuff, and then like whatever you see, like as far as an advertisement, Facebook, whatever, you're going to be seeing like just people sharing, you know, those memes, and they'll just get passed around, and it just like reaches a whole bunch of people. So, but I don't think one ideology is exclusive to that.
No, that's true. But also, like, what I mean though is, for example, there has been a lot of like somewhat evidence to show that certain social media platforms do try to filter out certain content based on what they believe in, what they don't believe in. More like, if you want to go into the simple political route, left or right leaning, a lot more on the right leaning is filtered out than anything on the left leaning. There's a lot of things on the left that are allowed to be said on YouTube, yet there's a lot of other things on the right that if they even talk about, for example, if they even talk about abortions being wrong, they immediately demonetize that video. Like, they no longer make money from that video. But there's things on the left that will literally even say anti-Semitic comments, and that will not get demonetized a lot of times.
Yeah, and I think
And that's messed up.
No, I think I do agree. I think it is messed up.
I think social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter, all those big dogs, they should be honestly suable by the people who use them, because they are a service. They are making money off of you. You're not paying directly, but they're making money off of you.
Now,
and they're
question:
making money off of you.
Do
information.
these like engines like get government subsidies, for example? Do they get paid like from our taxes, like for anything?
100% sure.
Producers,
Because
can you check?
I don't think so.
Because
it's government subsidy.
But what I mean though, okay, look, I'm sorry. What about there's like I don't know if you've seen a lot of these memes going around like in California. Like people put up a sign like, if you're wearing a red MAGA hat, we're not going to serve you in our restaurant. We're not going to serve you in our store.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen them?
Well, I mean, I probably just haven't found them. or something. I'm not doubting whether that's true or not. I just haven't seen that.
I'm not holding it against you.
You guys are having a one-on-one conversation here. All right.
That's true.
So
That sounds
No,
crazy.
but they're actually.
stop. I'm saying something.
My point was about
I can't even. I want to say a joke. I want to say a joke, guys.
Don't censor him.
I just want to say a fucking joke.
Why did the chicken cross?
Funny. Evan's face. I'm just kidding. No, like the reason we haven't seen it is because the algorithm is not like it's not going to show you that kind of thing.
Maybe not.
Matrix.
Yeah, algorithm.
No, but
Maybe not. I will say though, I don't like. There is still plenty on the right that.
Oh, there's both
hasn't-
sides.
Yeah,
There's both
there's
sides.
both
Oh, yeah.
sides. We do agree with that. Like, the problem that makes me skeptical of whether like there's an active censorship going on is just like if I
Well-
see like let's say a Ben Shapiro or
look at all the shadow banning that happened. It was all within a day.
well, from what I understand, I haven't looked
talking
into the
about?
details of it. From what I understand, like
How did one
platforms
man?
supposedly pages from both
I don't
sides.
find any article saying that government.
No, I don't think they
social
subsidize.
media
Wait, so-
They don't
should
subsidize.
invest in
But-
it, but not.
Yeah, that's what I want to make sure.
Wait,
How
so
did,
you're-
how did
like
one?
this or
Sorry,
not.
Yeah.
how did one man get banned from like so many platforms at once?
Hold on
Like
a
Alex
second.
Jones.
Well, that
how
one
your
goes
friend
back to
talk.
what I was saying before. Like, if he has a following that like pretty much hangs on his every word, he is. See the thing, I don't want to censor an Alex Jones, but at the same time, he is like, if he says something that's completely like out there to the point that it convinces other people and it convinces people to take a certain action. Like, let's say the Sandy Hook parents.
No, those are calls to action.
So guys, how's your day?
Sam, you were gonna say something. Actually.
Yeah, like 20 minutes
Try not to
ago.
hog this. I'm sorry, we're gonna try not to hog this. George and I gotta do like a separate podcast one of these days.
No, I was gonna say when you're saying to all the big companies, censoring out or them choosing what to.
Someone's at the door.
Oh, Jared,
When I talk,
And we're gonna be back after this brief messages from our door knocker.
try to avoid this.
So we're back from break, and Sam had a very interesting, thought-provoking question that I completely have no idea what it was.
None of us heard it, so.
Oh, I forgot. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
So, hey.
Hey, buddy.
I am so sorry.
Producer will edit that out.
She won't.
She will amplify it.
No, she won't.
Except for my last name, thank you.
That was on me. I'm very sorry. It's because this sour fruit punch is weird.
Tickling your throat. Okay. So I was gonna say back to the point where you were saying that all these big companies are, censoring or they're to their agenda and they're, letting the liberals say what they want and the right to say, they're cutting out all what they want to say.
Not that black and white, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, but they're a company. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, they can decide to air whatever they want.
They can, but
I'm not saying that I agree with it.
No.
I'm just saying that, in that standpoint, if they choose to not want to put this subject or this topic or whatever standpoint on their, platform, then, for their, in a company-wise, business-wise, they can choose to do that.
But then again, I agree with business. If you're going to allow business to do whatever they want, then they all have that right. But these guys, when they're a public service like that big, they're basically almost a public service because they make their money off of you.
Off your data.
If it's true or not, they make their money off of you.
That's every company.
Yeah, but now, are they allowed to really limit the information you get? Because regardless of if they're censoring you or not, I doubt they've ever censored you or anything you've ever said. There's no way they've ever done that. They haven't done that to any of us here, as far as I know. But if they censor the information you can receive, then that's actually messing up with what you know. They're messing up what you can learn. They're trying to have a certain power over you, basically, in essence, by just keeping you from having all the information, regardless of whether that information is right or wrong, whether it's or being an asshole.
I understand that, and I don't agree with it exactly, but I do agree that they have the right to choose whatever they want for their own business and their platform. And if you don't agree with it, then you can just move to another platform.
Agreed. I can agree with that perfectly, but they have to be upfront about it. They can't say what they do say. They say we're a neutral platform. We allow all ideas equally. They can't say they do that when they truly do not.
What do they say in the terms and conditions?
Darcy said that.
I agree with that, but that's every business. No company truly says their main motives.
Well,
it's all sugar-coated. It's all sugar-coated.
Their main motive is profit for most companies.
But you know what I mean. It's all sugar-coated. No one's gonna flat out say what they want.
Yeah, but none of these other companies are censoring.
So let me say some things. So companies, they do have their mission statement of what they're doing, what they're gonna do, what they provide. As far as god damn it, all this talk, I can't figure out my point.
This will get you back on track with your nice red shirt. Look at blood. Okay, here's a bloodmobile, like a bloodmobile, like the ones you see parked in areas like the mall. We'll give you free movie tickets, but they sell your blood.
I remember,
but you can't do that. You can't sell your own blood.
Right. So
it's funny. That's always been funny to me.
I remember what I was gonna say more or less. So I know distractions are crazy, bro. Fuck. It was about a company. Oh, okay. So let's say we're talking Facebook here. So let's say Facebook.
Oh, but wait, one more.
Yeah, I know.
George.
Okay, so So let's say Facebook, they don't have an algorithm that will, because everything is based off like your search and searches. So not just Facebook, but like on Amazon, what you look for and what's advertised, all that shit, cookies.
So much porn.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. Well, so let's say they don't have that algorithm, quote unquote. It's an algorithm. That's what they do. That's what they say they have. So what content would you be exposed to? I mean, everyone's a front page, what everyone shares. That's you like. What if you just have a long and a never-ending list of just a bunch of shit that people post?
Yeah, just
what if you have
random stuff.
what if you have like 1 million friends and like you just how to sort through all that content? I guess the algorithm is the solution.
Well, if you have 1 million friends, then you're not keeping up with any one of them.
That doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. But so I'm saying, if that's the way they present it, that's the way they do it. Like, all right, well, we have this algorithm that we show you what you mostly look at, what you mostly look for, what friends you have most in common, what things you have most in common with.
Well, actually, I'm sorry.
Not like opposing ideas or thought-provoking ideas.
No, my point was to not to people that have 1,000 friends. They're following 1,000 accounts because I'm not following 1,000 people. I'm following less than 200. Less than 150.
You're hardly ever on social media.
Loser. Yeah. No,
I already seen it.
I don't want to follow that many people, because I don't want 1,000 different stories in front of me. I don't want 1,000 pieces of information from different people. I don't want to see your breakfast. I don't want to see the picture of your breakfast. I don't want to see your. If I don't know you, I don't want to see pictures of your kids.
Okay.
But what I mean is, the ones I follow are the ones I want to see. Now, the people that want attention and that want to be, I have 1,000 followers, and they also follow 1,000 people. They're not after any specific content. They're just after the attention.
That totally doesn't matter.
But that algorithm isn't any sort of censorship or anything like that. It's just they're trying to help you filter through the bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you truly want to see everyone, you could just click on someone's story and see what that person is doing. So it's not really
designed to make you more comfortable with your beliefs, really. Because if you're like I said earlier about your surroundings, if you're around enough people that have the same ideology, you're gonna most likely be seeing on your feed just that ideology.
So that's the kind of thing where it's gonna give you what so pretty much it's giving you what you want to see. People surrounding you with like-minded posts, like-minded friends who have this, the same, and that keeps you happy. That keeps you happy with the service that you're getting, the product, which is that you're the product, but so at the end of the day, it doesn't. I mean, you could say that no, I mean, not even. It's just I don't know. I guess if anything, it could
fighting with yourself.
If anything, it could be argued that it's meant to keep you ignorant and docile, since it's not bringing any thing to counter your beliefs or opposing your beliefs.
Wait, here's a quick thought, Jerry. Let's get your take. You've been pretty silent. Let's get you to throw some stuff in there. Spit some truth, man.
Spit some truth. I mean, the algorithm is good to an extent because it'll show you more of what you want, more of what you are used to, what you believe in. But what Ricardo was saying, it's not gonna bring anything new into your life. It's not gonna help you change and change your beliefs, evolve as a person. You need a bit of contrast to see things from a different view. You need different views of the world.
Do you think people want different views?
No, people hate change. People are complacent. They want to stick to a road, but you need change. You need to change to grow as a person, no matter what. Things to counter your beliefs and everything for you to grow.
And that means being uncomfortable.
Yeah. You need to be uncomfortable in order to grow. Change your belief. Who knows? You might be okay. Well, I was wrong in this area. I see that now because of that. So I'm changing not everything that I think of, but things that I thought before, I had this one belief, I had this one opinion, but now that I have more information, I'm swaying more towards another way, or I'm kind of going down the middle. Both sides have good points that I want to take away from them.
I mean, one of the hardest things to do sometimes is to admit you've been wrong on something.
Yep, especially when it's public.
Nobody ever wants to do that.
Don't look at me.
I'm never wrong.
I am God.
In my household, I am God.
So I mean, okay. I mean, I've been mostly because I don't really have Twitter or Instagram.
I've never had Twitter.
So, but I'm just referring to Facebook. I'm not really sure how these other platforms deal.
I no longer use Facebook. I only use Instagram.
But
I barely use Facebook at this point.
yeah, Facebook.
but it's
I
like
just use Facebook to
send funny gifts.
no, just to like I don't know. look
Messages,
through
that's
the-
it. Basically, just messages.
Yeah, I mean, I send to send Ricardo funny gifts. That's basically 80% of it. The other 20 is just to like catch up, see what everyone else is doing.
Shout out
for
to
a second.
9gag.
9gag.
Nah. Fuck 9gag.
You literally would send me 9gag stuff. It would require me to download the 9gag app on my phone. You sick
Yes.
bastard.
Yes,
Imgur.
it's good.
Imgur?
Reddit. No, yeah, I know.
Reddit,
Reddit memes are
Imgur.
hilarious.
I've never I've gone to Reddit maybe 5 times in my life.
I've never-
Where are the pictures? I have to read.
So many words.
Reddit's everything. Like basically, it just there's text, there's images, there's articles. They literally are just like a plethora of everything
Videos?
combined.
Videos?
Yes,
So
including porn.
so-
Yes, there is porn.
not safe for work. That's awesome. I think.
You have to make sure to label it too.
I would not know if this.
Otherwise, your post gets deleted if it's not labeled as not safe for work.
I heard it from a friend.
Who heard it from a friend? Who's in porn?
I am that friend. So as far as social media goes, I mean, should they be held accountable to the same standards? Because at the end of the day, they are a company, and they could control. I guess they have some sort of control. It's not just like because like there's also other people in other countries using these applications. For us Americans, yeah, free country. For us Americans,
money, monetization. Who they take money away from was
Well-
my main point.
well, I mean, as far as because taking money away from
YouTube pays you.
But YouTube. But like for example, all these companies, and they make money from numbers, from our numbers, from our information. They're like, okay, well, you know, a large majority of people, like when this happens, they have more attention to X, Y, and Z. Or when this happens, then so they make money off of you and all your information. Or if you're like, oh, I want to know, you know, if you're like a company and you pay them X amount, they're like, oh yeah, well here's access to all our information. Use it to what you know how you will.
Well, no, but like what I meant was like you make money on
I don't know
YouTube.
where I'm going with that.
you make money on YouTube depending on how many like views you get and this and that, then you get money. But if you post content that they deem inappropriate, they'll demonetize your video. So your video cannot make money regardless of how many views it has.
Right. So
So if they say, oh no, this is demonetized, so they take away your money, you can't receive money from it regardless of how many people see your video.
from
And-
that specific video.
And do they
Yes.
do they have somewhere in the agreement that you probably have to say agree to and say yes to that these are the videos that
Well, they say
that
to
we
get-
deem that we're gonna demonetize and you're not gonna get paid for?
it's
So
what
you
they say.
have to go in
What they
this-
say is a lot more vague.
If they don't, then technically you can sue them, right?
What they say is a lot more vague.
Right.
I mean, you can, but like you're probably not going to get much results out of it because they probably have a whole team of lawyers.
What-
You don't.
it- that's
You're
fine.
not going to have nearly
Okay,
the assets that they do.
So
Just
it's
need
like,
another mega million person. to sue them, you know,
I mean,
but
that's
we're
also-
not gonna be able to-
Bill Gates.
that's also one of my other points is how much money would you really make? I mean, I know some people like make their living
Yeah.
off like these YouTube
Not,
videos.
no, not about making their living. They are filthy rich.
They're like there's videos that I used to watch when I was younger, like
How do I do
movie
this?
critics.
YouTube, how do I do this?
Like movie critics that would like they would use certain scenes to critique it or maybe to parody it, and you know they became like YouTube personalities. One that I used to like to watch was Nostalgia Critic, and his whole basis was talking about movies that were from our childhood that were about nostalgia. All of a sudden, like the whole demonetization thing that happened. Sorry for not pronouncing it right.
Demonization.
Demonization, yeah. But like his mug. And all of a sudden, you couldn't like a lot of YouTubers just couldn't make the money that they were using before because like this is copyrighted footage and you can't use this, even though like they're using it for parody, which I believe was
That's legal.
okay with the law. Like you can
satire.
As long as
parody.
it's
satire, parody, or
As long as it's
critique.
true parody. True parody, you have to change one thing from the scene at least. From every scene.
That bass in the background
Not so
was blue.
talking
Now it's
over
red.
it. So maybe like talking over it, like let's say for example, adding your own voiceover into it. Like
Yeah, that
you
would
can
make
do that.
that would make something a parody.
Commentary.
Okay. So
But
yeah, but if you're just like letting the scene just kind of, let's say a movie scene and you're critiquing, but you're letting it just kind of just play out like for like 2 minutes. and then you critique it afterwards.
It's not parody.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's something else. You're doing a review.
Yeah.
Now, if you have
But like some
If
people
you
like
have the
those,
rights-
some people like those kind
have
of
the-
critics, and
yeah, but if you have the rights to that amount of content, for example, you can do that exact thing with previews that have been released from a movie. So like I can take the previews from a movie that have been out there. I can re-upload those same previews.
And just
Right.
talk over it.
Yeah, because they're the previews. They're like what everyone's already seen. You know, they're what's given for free.
right.
You see on regular television, on everything. So if you see it on like on YouTube, but if you take parts of the actual movie and put them up, then that's at a different standard. You know.
Yeah, that's something that you have to put money into in order to get.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty interesting, kind of to veer away from from social media and go straight to media, and I guess human nature as well. I think it's
Media
pretty,
never lies.
that is my god. No,
You know there was a mass shooting yesterday,
Aurora, Illinois, I believe it's called.
Yes.
Another place called Aurora that has a shooting.
right?
we should go to Alaska to check out the Aurora Borealis.
But that one
Absolutely.
that one was a disgruntled coworker. We're gonna see that shit when we go camping, right?
Disgruntled
Yeah,
employees?
yeah.
You guys going to Alaska?
No, we're going to
Canada.
Canada.
I want to go to
I
Alaska.
really want to join you guys.
No, you don't.
I want to go to Canada, man. I like Canada. I
Yeah,
like
but
the,
what they're
I
gonna
wanna
do,
see the
you
Yukon.
don't want to join.
You
them.
I know. I'm
You
not.
can't even
I'm not
look at
I
it.
don't want to be that.
Well, I've only camped like once, so like
that was probably glamping.
And that's all.
yeah, like I want to be able to do the things that you guys want.
Wait, did you shit in the woods?
Just gonna
Yes, I did.
Okay, no, that's
okay, fine.
kind of
Those shits look a lot better than my shits in the toilet.
That's oh.
Evan, but you couldn't even cook the eggs without
camping.
like.
Shitting yourself.
Hey, listen, obviously I have to actually get better at camping than the way I'm doing now. Like, I can cook eggs, you know, at home.
Yeah, I know you could cook eggs, but without the 10 minutes of you whining is what they're talking about.
I'm sorry, the smoke kept following me. Like, hold on. I'm literally just like around this fireplace. Every time I moved, the smoke would follow me. Like, it's
everyone
fucking
knows.
annoying, and it wouldn't happen to anybody else but me.
Everyone knows the smoke.
No, Evan,
The
it
smoke
goes to
knows,
your
yeah.
eyes. Wait.
I would get so pissed
No,
off about it.
Evan, this is what you don't understand. It happened to all of us. We just didn't bitch about it like you.
Oh, fuck
Wait,
you.
way to put me in front of everybody on the podcast for everyone
Damn
to see.
shit.
Well, I'm
Shit,
clarifying
dog.
what you
Shit.
just said.
Fuck.
You just said it only happened to me. And we're
I'm
saying
sorry.
it
Forgive me for
happened
not
to-
being used to having smoke in my eyes. That
conceited
hurts.
can you be, Evan? How?
We'll help you. We'll also get cigarettes.
No one.
You better smoke the whole fucking pack at
Evan,
once.
Evan, no one gets used to having smoke in your eye.
it's terrible every time.
Doesn't feel good ever.
Firefighters do.
You just don't have to. You just don't have to like
Feels
whine
bad,
about it.
man.
You just don't have to whine about it.
Just
That's
sit in
all.
a burning room. No, yeah, it's smoking right now. It's
Don't
fucking
censor me, Sam.
I'm not censoring. I'm correct.
You're censoring me.
Oh man, I want to see the freaking Northern Lights.
Yeah.
So bad.
That would be
I do too, 100%. That's. I think we should go right now.
Well, you gotta go
Next episode.
Why's your coaster upside down?
because it doesn't stick to it.
Condensation. Is that what it's called?
Condensation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perspiration. That's why.
Because every time he lifts it up, it goes like. I can't even do it on purpose.
Well, not yet. It's you have to let it.
Ricardo makes some of the whole culture.
That's why I originally had. I thought Ricardo was going to say to you. That's why I put that one there for him. Because he always complains about it. Every time I see him during the he's like,
I don't know who's complaining. I don't know who's complaining. It just doesn't. Okay. Never mind.
Wait, so by the way, you had a point about the media. You were.
Oh right. So
got off track.
Ricardo's like trying to hide it. He's like, I don't see it.
It's like, what? Is it under your hand?
Oh my god, this is so stupid. So what I was gonna say about the media is that
I got you, man.
fuck man. So what I was saying is that how
Get closer to the mic.
thanks, thank you, Sam. I really appreciate your doing. So no, what I was saying is that how like different colors. I mean, I'm sure they teach you like in advertising class or whatever.
Oh man, make you pop.
Yeah,
Make you look at things.
Or
Your fancy classes.
Look at this hot pink color.
You're cool. No, like, but like I mean, like for example, the colors red and yellow like make you hungry or something, or like they make you like desire something. They, like different colors and different tones, like they move you. And now like commercials nowadays.
Yeah.
What?
I never heard of it before in my life.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, like, not that they fucking like, but like different. Like for example, I heard, I forgot where I heard it from, but like,
that makes you get out of the store.
yeah, man, it's like so fucking strong. No, but like McDonald's had like red and yellow like hard fucking seats. So like the red and yellow made you hungry, and like the hard seats made you leave like faster. So like all these things are just like, but these are just like small little things that like that really just like. They kind of like pour like for example, the color blue is like very calming and like and soothing. You know, it's very like so like, and you use that like in movies as well. You know, when you're like trying to portray a certain scene, you use like cool colors to like to describe certain tones. But people use that in advertising as well. So like, well, I was gonna say, so like when I was in India, I'm like, you know, we as Americans, we know all these things. You know, we have all these like. But like
George didn't know that.
What? Yeah, it's true. And George didn't know that. Well, yeah, I know.
Do you eat with your hands?
Yeah,
He's also in a town called Aurora.
I did, as a matter of fact.
Close to the mic.
I did, as a matter of fact.
You.
Finish his point.
George is never wrong. George will
Now
never
you're
admit that
censoring
he's
him.
wrong.
I'm talking to him, not you.
God. Okay. So anyway,
What puts you in charge?
I mean,
The muscles.
I wouldn't put it past her to beat the crap out of you.
I've been censored.
so yeah, like all these things kind of like move us, and now I notice in commercials they have like oh
What, in
god.
India?
No, well I'll get to that in a little bit, but like in like commercials nowadays they pull at the heartstrings. They're like a father holding a baby, and like you know the son graduating, and you're like, oh my god, what is this like? And you're like, buy this new car.
Like an American Sniper.
It's like,
When he was like-
yeah, holding the electronic baby. Like that shit was like to me, like I hate because I'm like I see it. I'm like, yeah, it's very sweet. I get it. But you're selling me.
Do you
something.
hate wholesomeness?
No, it's like
Ricardo.
they're using that to sell. They're using it to get an emotion, a rise out of you. Like
That's what a movie is.
They associate
That's what a
things.
movie is, though.
But commercials, no, commercials are selling
commercials.
products. Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I don't watch commercials.
I think
anymore.
I mean I
don't
think
watch TV.
because I think a commercial should be like, okay, well, this cup, you know, drink, you know, you use it to drink water. It's useful for that, and not like the baby.
wait.
But how effective is that going to be?
Really effective. That's why they do it. Like
Wait.
that's why they attach emotions to it to make you feel compelled and to draw your
Here's the
attention
thing.
to
And it works.
commercials, and it fucking works.
It works.
People are like, yo, I want to buy this fucking iPhone right now, bro, because I can take massive fucking pictures of my fucking newborn baby when I have it, right?
Do you believe commercials should be 100% honest?
They aren't.
I think they should be able to.
Yeah, no, you're
I
right.
get so mad at like those like medication commercials, like where like they'll have like the subtext at the bottom that you can barely see.
You are now dead.
You'll like they'll say it like really fast, like you'll have you'll have depression, you'll be very suicidal, and like they'll say it like really fast that you can barely hear it.
Your dick won't work. What?
No, they have different voice actors as well. They'll have a more soothing person, like saying like, "Oh, it'll help you with this and that." But then the negative parts of it, they say really fast in a different tone of voice for a different person that like has a completely different effect on you as well.
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Yeah.
Different voice tones.
And kind of still on the same topic, but a little bit off track.
Yeah.
What the fuck are perfume and cologne commercials about?
Sex.
Have you ever seen like it's the
Hey,
most
don't infringe on my dad's business, okay?
No, but it's the most random fucking commercial ever of like some random model just like walking along doing some dumb shit. Like it has you don't see the perfume or the cologne anywhere in sight. They don't talk about it. They don't mention anything about how it smells good or anything.
You don't smell it?
Yeah, no,
It comes on the
dude,
TV.
But they don't describe anything. They just do some random shit, and then at the end they're like, oh, blah blah blah, Giovanni, blah blah blah. And then it's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Mark by Marc Jacobs.
Yeah,
Or Marc
dude.
Jacobs.
It just like to me, I just laugh. I think it's like the most comical thing ever.
So I have a response.
That was very robotic of you. Human.
Human emotion.
I like human things. So as far as perfume goes, because the whole purpose of perfume, I mean, and the reason why they have like all these models being all like fucking sexy and shit is
Sex sells.
sex sells. But that's like why you put on cologne to attract, you know, to be like, oh look, like smell, like, you know, because how else are you gonna portray a smell, you know?
Like Axe does. Axe and Old Spice
still
does
do
it
this?
really well.
women rushing you at all times.
No, but they do it in a comical way.
Yeah.
They have, but
Hilarious.
they do it where you spray it, smells good, and things happen, a cause and an effect.
Right.
These commercials, like the fans, you know,
Yeah,
it's just like nothing to do with anything. It's not even like sex sells. It's not like women. It's like just weird random things.
Can I just
happening.
say, like,
and
I
then
actually-
the perfume at the end.
I actually really do appreciate like funny, good, like
Oh,
done
yeah.
commercials like Geico or Old Spice, like those.
Yeah.
I hope those marketing people are getting
Oh my
paid
God.
a lot because
the guy hanging on, like shit happens. Like the guy, like the accident-prone guy, like messes
Yeah.
things up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You allow this
Progressive?
guy.
Is it progressive?
Yeah, I think progressive. I don't know.
no, I think it's
Mayhem.
It's, but I think it's Allstate. I think it's Allstate.
I thought Allstate was
A
the.
lot of these car insurance commercials are really
Yeah,
good.
like, dude that has like the
Allstate.
fucking awesome voice.
I love the one when he's like hanging on to like a car, like I'm a little flimsy, like yeah, hanging on by a thread. Whoop! He goes to the guy's window. Like, I hope you have Allstate.
Yeah.
Like, he's like freaking cause.
And the Old Spice guy, the guy like he would just like sit on a horse, he would just like come to the whole
I
thing. Like,
love that one.
And-
Look at your man, now look at me, now look at your man, now look at me again, and you're like, oh, what? That changes like
Did
all
you
this
see
shit.
that filming
good
of that, by the
salesmanship,
way?
honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, that
That's
shit is
crazy.
so crazy. He just like does like everything is like moved and like
Moves around
it
him.
moves
It's just
around
like-
him, and he's just there, kind of just doing it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So all you have to do is stand there. So, all right.
And we'll give you $1 million. Okay.
And yet we try to avoid these commercials all the time.
We saw Soul Plane yesterday, but
What'd you think?
How funny was it?
it was alright. Everything is better the first time you saw it 5 years ago.
But there's just okay. There's
Yeah.
I like the first half of it a lot better than the second.
Yeah,
half.
that's-
But that's usually every movie
you-
almost,
you
especially
might-
every comedy movie. The first half, like, I just need to say this one part. I love the scene where they're about to take off, and like Snoop Dogg, he like turns on the hydraulics. He's like, oh shit, yeah. And then no, they're not that part. And he's like, damn, this thing. And then he's just like, oh man, we need some music up in here to you know.
yeah.
And then the fucking like, yeah, he's from like Zimbabwe or something, straight from Africa. He's like, I got the perfect thing. And he puts on his CD and it's like some tribal music. He's like, and he's just like, hey.
Oh, God.
Dude, Snoop Dogg's just like, what is this Zimbabwe ass bitch ass thing? It's just like that scene cracks me up so
I
much.
mean, I have to be like stoned to watch it. I was,
Yeah, that's a good.
I
Yeah.
was, yeah, good.
When they're handing out, like,
None of us smoke. We're all very drug-free people.
We are angels.
when they're passing the Popeyes chicken boxes, take one leg chicken, like thigh, breast, or wing. Take one, pass it out. Just one, don't be greedy.
Get one breast or a leg and a thigh, and share napkins.
Yeah, one napkin for two people. One napkin for two people.
Okay, so I always thought like Bits and Pieces of Soul Plane.
pass.
Was it like a parody of Airplane?
No,
it's
like a
not at
parody
all.
of a parody,
No, not
right?
at all.
Like-
The airplane
It's its own
itself
movie.
was a parody.
I remember. Leslie Nielsen is a god. We're going back to God. We're going back to talk about God. Let's mention Leslie
surely
Nielsen.
you can't mean that.
Tom Cruise.
Don't call me sure.
That's Top Gun. I'm talking about Airplane.
Top,
Two different movies,
Top Gun doesn't use airplanes.
but it's two different airplane movies.
Jets.
I mean, if you want to compare Hot Shots to Top Gun, I know you like both
Dude,
movies.
Top Shot.
Oh,
Top
speaking
Shot's
of
hilarious.
Dude, speaking of airplanes, I love in The Cruise, the Bee movie. When the bees
yeah.
carry the airplane, and the whole time George is like,
This is so stupid.
This is a movie. This movie does not make sense. Like,
I was drunk. We were all drunk.
This was good.
It was really getting to you.
Emotions were played with, and you assholes. 2-minute war Hardy.
Oh man, let's talk about God real quick. So,
we just did.
no, some more.
Message Leslie Nielsen.
you want to finish off with God?
God, yeah, bro. I want to finish God off. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh my god.
so kind of,
Just break things, why don't you, producer?
so
That whiteboard could use more tape on it.
Please go
Add
find
a
us.
little
We
bit
need
to
another
drink.
whiteboard.
Please, we're so close.
There's so much tape.
I don't know if I
producer's so
should
clumsy.
with so little time.
No, do it, God.
Well, you got 2 minutes, man. Make your point.
We had
So-
2 minutes ago.
Oh shit! Has it
crap.
been, has it been
Are we already out of time?
You saw it even the time's running out.
You're just like stalled. You're like so. No, well, speaking of God, I do like the thought.
No, go.
What? I'm just gonna.
Yeah, go.
Make his point before the show's over.
I had nothing. Carry on.
I like the whole thought of like of how like we're the same as like the body is the same as like the universe in the sense that like if go deep down inside and see the blood vessels and all the atoms and all the neutrons, all that crap. Like that's its own universe,
Like the Simpsons intro.
Yeah, like to them, like everything, that is just like the whole world, and like they can't even fathom this, like what we see, and
Right.
what, like they don't know anything about that. They have no idea. They're just living their own world and own life, and then this is something that they will never fathom.
Men in Black. Well, like the ending of the first Men in Black movie, where it's like, Earth,
and then
they zoom out into like the planets and the Milky Way galaxy, and then all the galaxies everywhere. Then it keeps zooming out, and everything's like in a marble, and then it's like an alien playing with the marble.
playing marble.
And it's just like,
But I love that because to us maybe we're living in the body of God or whatever, or something else. We're living in like a higher thing that we will never fathom.
we're so cosmically small.
Yeah, we're so
Cosmically
small. We
small.
don't know anything. We're just like
We're,
a
as
speck of
Carl
dust.
Sagan calls, we're star stuff.
So that's why, like,
Never heard of
I don't know. I'm always open to beliefs. Like, I don't have. I will change.
Who the fuck knows?
Because no one knows, so I'm just I keep on reading things, and then if I like it, I'll stick to it, and then I can move on. But I mean,
You're right about that. If you never change your beliefs or what you believe in or what you stand for, then like you're someone who they say you're stuck in your ways and you're never going to learn, which is also a bad thing in itself. If you never evolve.
There was something that I heard once. I forgot if it was like some kind of teacher said someone said it, but I was like, quote was, "He who stops learning is old."
Oh.
So
And dead.
if you go on by your life and just like completely think that that everything that you believe in is right, and
Yep.
you never question yourself,
I don't.
I think anybody should never not question something. We have to like be able to keep our as individuals, we always have to make sure to keep ourselves in check and like be very self-aware about like the things we do, which can also be very like manic. For me, like you guys know me, like I'm constantly like
Who are you?
very like insecure about like how I'm perceived, which I shouldn't be. But at the same time, it's like it's also healthy in the sense that like if I know I said something that's messed up, or if I know something that, like if I upset like a friend of mine or a loved one, I have to like be able to feel that guilt so that I know not to do something like that again, or fall for that, or just go
No,
to that path again.
there has to be a certain. You can't go second guessing yourself constantly.
Yeah,
There
you
has to be
can't.
a medium.
Yep.
Exactly.
You have to be sure of yourself in some ways. You have to be changing your views in another way. You can't just constantly be like.
and going back to
"Fuck, I'm
like
wrong.
religion
Wait,
or philosophy,
Did I do that right? Wait, no, wait. Maybe if I go this way. Wait, I don't know.
and going back to like religion and philosophy, like I think the one that like for me personally,
I hate that. Someone's constantly apologizing. I'm sorry. I hate that.
I'm sorry.
I do that a lot. For me personally, like I like the yin yang philosophy because like it's really basically all about balance. It's really just like you can't have like
Pure good. There's
pure good or pure bad. Like you have to like be able to like kind of just find a way to
but then-
balance all that.
Yeah,
out.
and then
You have to
that-
have the dark to
Yeah.
appreciate the
You
light.
have to have your yin to your wang. You have to balance.
But you can't. But then you,
Wang.
in that sense, you're gonna upset some people, and you have to be okay with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't always please everyone,
For sure.
and you just gotta deal with it. Like if you know you just gotta know your.
That is-
you were raised right. You know your morals. You know that you don't mean harm.
And
some
that-
people don't agree with you.
That is
You're not-
something
you
I
shouldn't
struggle with
change
every
your-
day.
And Evan, we're your friends, so we have to tell you, man, you really let us down on Apex yesterday.
I know.
Fucking three,
Saving that, it's like I hate you.
3 hours and you
I
have 2 fucking
appreciate you
kills.
telling me.
3 hours and you get 2 kills, Evan. That was fucking horrific.
3 hours. I feel like it was even more.
Okay.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Okay, so really quick.
You're improving. No, that's what matters. But go Ricardo.
Just tell me if I'm better than Christian. Just tell me that.
No.
No, you're not.
Leaves and
Fuck you,
bounds.
Christian. No, you're watching this.
Man, I'm sorry.
I actually won with him last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like the whole God situation and what George was saying when he said about his perspective, kind of made me think about. So as far as like what I believe, because dimensions, I think dimensions play a really big part because.
Camp right there.
What? Yes. No, sorry.
Yeah, that's what popped into my mind at first.
Okay, dimensionality. Fuck. So like that kind of opens the world as to like having like more than one. Like for example, say we're in the third dimension, and there being a fourth like geometrical dimension, there are things that we as humans can't perceive Like there could be things that can exist right laying over on top of us, just like a third dimension. Like I as a third dimensional being could be touching this table, and could be existing in the same plane, only in a certain sense as in a 2D world, whatever. But so we could talk about fourth dimension. There could be a whole world of things that we can't even begin to imagine. But there could be more than that. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Could we?
You know what I've never heard of?
What if when you die you go into the fourth dimension,
And yes, and that's
when
definitely
you're in there and then
possible.
you die, you go into the fifth dimension. You just keep going up.
Is it completely off the table to build a contraption that can see or sense or
Don't know.
something
Maybe in
with
the
the
future.
fourth dimension?
But not now. Wait, what about what's the first dimension?
I
Big
guess
Bang?
Like a pure line or something?
geometrically, it's a point. I think just a dot, period, and then
like a
a
specified
second
line.
dimension is a line segment. I guess you can call it a plane.
That could be like a plane.
It's a plane. That's a second dimension, but a first dimension is just a point. So it's like
Yeah, but in that,
nothing really
but in
exists.
that
Wait, so the
sense,
line is the second.
Yeah, but like
And then-
but I don't
So
want to.
point is the one.
I don't want to get like super semantic.
yeah, we
gotta
but
close
in a
this up, we gotta
point,
close this up,
if you
yeah.
if you zoom in more,
Yeah,
then it just.
I know exactly. So
It's infinite.
You can call
So
it
there's
zero.
never-
So let's not dive too much into it.
I just don't know enough about first.
My head hurts.
So what I wait. Stop. No. So look. Okay, so what I'm getting to is
Turn off your mic.
no. I will not go down. Okay, no. So what I'm just get to fucking my point. God damn it! So we can end this shit. So
That's how you really feel.
no, so what I'm getting at is that, for example, like I said, and I believe that there are different levels of consciousness of understanding in these dimensions. So,
Coming down off a high.
so when you're like, so if I were to refer to God or the universe, then that again, everything that is and isn't is like freaking like tier 12 plus like dimensions where everything exists within it, but it's also like something that we have our own control right now. We can make our decisions, but like that's like the higher you go, the less it's about the individual and the more it is about like
Collective.
Yeah, correct.
The
Right.
hive mind.
Right. And then so it's like, okay, Earth, and then okay, well the solar system, the galaxy again, but this is just like my perspective, my human understanding, and there could be things that we completely don't know about, or we can't even begin to imagine.
And cut.
Early Sunday podcast.
Early Sunday podcast.
Early Sunday podcast.
Early Sunday.